Is Piers Morgan leaving Good Morning Britain? Like, is that what's going on? I see that as well on my... Piers Morgan, after getting his ass handed to him, it was decided to walk off the stage on Good Morning Britain, according to ITV News. Here it is. He just walked off the Good Morning Britain set after co-presenter Alex Beresford defended Harry and Meghan and condemned Piers' treatment of them in yesterday's programming.
Of negative press. You know, I watched the program yesterday, and yes, they had some great press around the wedding, but what press is going to trash someone's special day? There was bad press around the engagement, before the engagement, and everything that has followed since has been incredibly damaging, quite clearly to Meghan's mental health and also to Harry. And I hear Piers say that, you know, William has gone through the same thing. But do you know what? Siblings experience tragedy in their life, and one will be absolutely fine and brush it off, and the other will not be able to deal with it so strongly. And that's clearly what has happened with Prince Harry in this situation. He walked behind his mother's coffin at a tender age in front of the globe. That is going to shape a young boy for the rest of his life. So I think that we need to all take a step back. And I understand that you don't like Meghan Markle. You've made it so clear a number of times on this programme. A number of times. And I understand that you've got a personal relationship with Meghan Markle, or had one, and she cut you off. She's entitled to cut you off if she wants to. Has she said anything about you since she cut you off? I don't think she has, but yet you continue to trash her.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no.
Sorry. Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, maybe, not my...
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do this.
This is absolutely...
Oh my God, dastardly. You see the camera work. You see the union cameraman turn the cameras over on the personal shot down to Piers as he trails away, engaging in what I could declare a walkabout.
I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry,
Sorry. Do you know what? That's pathetic.
Are you triggered, Piers Morgan?
Maybe not my...
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do this.
This is absolutely diabolical behaviour.
Diabolical. Dude, I swear to God, British people sometimes... Okay, I suspect that British people sometimes sound like they're you know, Americans doing a fake British accent just to fuck with us. Okay? Who the fuck says that's diabolical? Like, if I hear British people say, like, do you have a license for that? I'm like, there's no way you actually say that. Like, you're just saying that to fuck with Americans. This is diabolical behavior. Like, who the fuck?
Canada, I've seen moose
why did he say that right there? Like, why didn't he say something along, it's a common word, Hassan, what the fuck? Is it? This is diabolical. Bollocks. Do you have a license to walk off this stage, bruv?
I'm sorry, but Piers spouts off on a
poppycock.
regular basis, and we all have to sit there and listen. 6:30 to 7 o'clock yesterday was incredibly hard to watch. Incredibly hard to watch.
So, apparently the Joker origin story of Piers Morgan comes from the fact that he was not so secretly obsessed with Meghan Markle, and The View played the clip to show where his disdain stems from. Look at this, the American media finally doing some real journalism after 4 years of saying Orange Man is bad and diabolical. Look at The View coming back with some real investigative reporting on behalf of Piers Morgan's personal opinion on Meghan Markle and the royal family.
2 hours in the pub, she had a couple of dirty martinis and a couple of pints, we got on brilliantly. And then I put her in a cab, and it turned out to be a cab that took her to a party where she met Prince Harry. And then the next night they had a solo dinner together, and that was the last I ever heard from Meghan Markle. And I have never heard from her again.
So what happened?
She ghosted me, Ryan. Meghan Markle ghosted me.
Did she? Do you think she just went, gone?
I'm afraid. Look, I really liked her. This is why it hurts.
If you need to.
Piers Morgan wanted to have sex with Meghan Markle, and turns out that Meghan Markle was like, yeah, no, I think I'm going to upgrade to the fucking prince.
No.
Wow. This describes why Piers Morgan is so loved by conservatives from time to time when he's not saying things like AR-15s are murder machines.
1000th stream. Any plans to talk about
a victim
Las
of
Vegas
wishful
DSA
divorce
fucking
court?
crush
Yeah.
YT?
You're actually cucked by a monarch, dude. What are you gonna do? Maybe you should stop being such a poppycock
5 months,
monarchy
thanks for
defender.
spreading a message of love and support for all Americans.
There's
of
some
all
news about
cultures and
Turkey
creeds,
going war in Yemen. No. Is this why Ben Shabibo hates AOC? No. Seeing Irish Late Late Show on Hasanabi stream is kind of trippy. Yeah, I don't know why he just described how he got cucked by a royal. Cucked by a monarch and then turns around to defend the monarchy. Double cucked. That's what we call in the business double cucked. Or, as the Brits call it, poppycock. Poppycock. You get cucked by a monarch and then you turn around and defend the monarchy.
More and more popular in this country.
Anyway, that time Piers Morgan had on someone he thought was being easy to target the berate. Yeah, that's Ash, right? You're talking about the classic clip of... Oh, no.
Life and career came down to he is a white supremacist mass murderer, intersposed in your tweet with a number, I think 7 or 8, clapping emojis, applauding your own genius and describing Sir Winston in that
a guy from Glasgow?
manner.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's make a comparison. Piers, you're a sensitive soul. Yesterday, you accused me of being a racist for pointing out that you look like honey-glazed gammon. If you want an example of real racism, you just have to look to Churchill. He talked about his belief in the triumph of the Aryan race. He hated Indians with a passion. He said they were a beastly people with a beastly religion. When a famine broke out, 3 million people starved to death. So that's why I said that he was a white supremacist. I said mass murderer because he always advocated the most violent, the most destructive option. He used poisoned gas against Kurds, against Afghans. He was a strong supporter of Britain's concentration camps in the Boer War, where 28,000 people, women and children died. He always advocated the use of aerial bombardments in what he described as terror bombing campaigns. In fact, his own cabinet had to stop him when he was in the cabinet in the 20s. Cabinet colleagues had to stop him from bombing protesters in Ireland.
Don't fuck with a boy from Glasgow. That's what I'm finding out.
Winston Churchill was voted the greatest Briton of the last century for a reason. Is that people believe that he almost single-handedly, through the power of his rhetoric in World War II, saved this country from the Nazis. Again, you laugh. That sneering little laugh.
That won the war. It was the soldiers, the sailors, and the airmen who won the war. And they voted him out when they came home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Entire bill as a whole is
I apologize yesterday for
but people are going to get a lot of money
for making fun of or seemingly joking about seemingly joking about the vulnerable language of Scouse or Scot language, shaming Piers, humiliating fetish. The Slovians literally won the war. What is this guy talking about? Yeah, I mean, Scouse is English or whatever. Fucking not Gaelic. It was like Scots or some shit. I don't fucking know, man. There's too much weird shit going on there for like such a small area. Okay, I feel like British people expect you to know the dialect difference between zip codes, motherfucker. Like, what is this? I feel like I need an entire fucking book to understand what's going on in this goddamn island, dude. You chill out.
None of my relationships ever last this
long. Oi, bro, there's fucking Liverpool accent in it, bro. Oi, what the fuck are you doing, bro? It's a different postal code in it.
3 months sub with been watching
like this is before we even get to the fucking the whatever the fuck it is that people do in Wales.
Thanks, man.
Okay?
Hassle.
Like if you want to truly comprehend a language that is not even remotely fucking English, but I don't know what the fuck it is just try to understand what they're saying in Welsh. I'm European. I have no idea what's going on there. Yeah, dude. I don't know. They have their own little fucking island. They just like they're just like constantly fighting with one another, and I don't understand it. I'm Welsh. I have no idea how to fucking speak Welsh. You sound like a bigot. Yeah, I am bigoted towards the 17 million different dialects in one tiny island. Oh my God, this guy's got more, dude. He's got more daggers.
View of history. You said yourselves these are
have
complex
no rounded
characters,
view of
and
history.
Yet,
You're
here
just
in
a
the UK,
Churchill
we are
hater.
unable to talk.
You have no
we're unable to
rounded
talk
view.
about this
Listen
without
to you.
folk like
You've
yourself,
looked-
Piers,
you've looked-
having a
well, no,
tantrum.
you can keep
It's
talking.
very snowflake of you.
I'm not snowflake about Winston Churchill. I know he was a flawed character. I also know that he almost single-handedly dragged this country from the abyss in World War II.
That's wildly ahistorical.
No,
Wildly historical. When you say something's wildly historical, Mr. Greer, what you mean is correct, because history is history.
No,
so when you say I'm
Even his co-host is like, no, he said ahistorical, Piers.
wildly historical, you mean I'm right.
You're wildly ahistorical.
You said
False.
historical.
no,
No.
Yeah. And let me ask you
I think
this.
the thing is, Ross, you
He's like a child. He's like, oh, I got him. I misunderstood what he was saying when it clearly meant ahistorical, but it means I won. I won this argument and you lost, good sir, good friend. You have lost this argument because I misunderstood you. Piers Morgan should be every fucking Twitch chatter's like favorite news broadcaster, because, or every streamer's favorite news broadcaster, because a lot of streamers will be like, oh, I misunderstood you, which means you're wrong. My misunderstanding on my end, despite the fact that you engaged in your best efforts in a good intention to describe a situation to me, I misunderstood it. Therefore, you're in the wrong. Fuck you. And now all of my followers also feel that way. You fucking dumb bitch.